Holy cow! Major updates are coming to Rise of Kingdoms that I think are going to make a lot of people happy, but also might make you just a little bit angry. Stick around to learn some more. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another Rise of Kingdoms gameplay episode from your very own Chappy Gaming, and today we are talking about this brand new face-to-face with developers that just came out about 3 hours ago in game. So if you're watching this, it probably came out today. There are some big changes here. This is going to be a pretty quick video. If you want to see all the individual items, be sure to check in the description. You can go through to individual chapters. But with that, let's jump into some of the changes that they're adding because there's some big news here. So first is, will you be adding more quality of life tools to the game, like a speed up / resource calculator or kingdom management tools? So just an FYI, Age of Empires Mobile does already have a speed up and resource calculator, which I think is really cool. I'm really glad we're getting this to Rise of Kingdoms. It sounds like that's already in the works. For other quality of life tools, they're still collecting player feedback. Lilith, if you are watching, please give me auto battle for barbarians. That would make my life so much easier. Okay, the next one, and this is probably the most important. Why do city themes have debuffs? You should get rid of city-themed debuffs. This one is a big deal. Our initial plan for city themes was to have a wide variety of buff / debuff combinations, accommodating a range of different playstyles, and also balancing the game and encouraging players to have a single troop type that they're really focusing on, right? All archers, all infantry, all cavalry. If you guys have watched some of my videos before, you know this is not really the direction that things ultimately ended up with, because the rock, paper, scissors is great, but there aren't 5 good marchers for each troop type. As time has gone on, and we've collected additional player feedback, we've started to think the city-themed debuffs add little value to the game. I disagree. I think they add some balance to the game, and they also make it so winning Zenith is not just the best thing ever. As such, we've decided to remove debuffs from all current and future city themes. What? So that's a huge deal, because now all of your city themes are getting free buffs. So which one should you be running? I mean, Twilight Falls is still going to be great. It's just also going to be great for infantry too. But if I'm just getting free city theme buffs, I'm going to compete in every Zenith. Why wouldn't I? Because there's no downside to any of the skins. That is insane. That also changes so much. I don't know. What do you guys think? I think that's a huge update. I mean, look at this. If you could just get troop training speed, troop defense, no downsides, dang. That is huge news. Okay, let's keep going. Will there be more ways to obtain transmutation crystals in the future? Do people have a hard time getting these? I feel like I have 4 or 5 of these that are already cooking, just sitting in my inventory. They are going to add more ways to do it. My hope, and this is something we've discussed in the content creator channel, is that you're actually going to be getting them through here, maybe as part of the inscription shard chest. I personally have been actively against this whole transmutation stone in here. This is so silly. I can get 12 transmutation stones within a matter of a few days. 180 of these legendary things takes a lot of time to save up. So, hot take. But I think that's probably where they're going to add them, or at least I hope it is. Next one. Whenever a new formation is added, I need to invest a ton of resources into it, even though I haven't finished working on existing formations. So this is less of a problem for older players that have just been in the game, but I could totally see this being a problem for newer players. They're trying to include more ways to acquire armaments, optimizing the guarantee system. Please give me the armaments I want, and add the ability to convert armaments into other formations and more. This is a really big deal. This is a really big deal because if you have a double inscription armament, for example, like I do, I have a double inscription armament for triple line formation. So if we go over here, you can actually see exactly what I'm talking about. Let's go over here, and I think it's this one. Now, this isn't the best one, right? I don't think this one is either. But I have 2 triple line double inscriptions. These are my only double inscriptions. I know I have terrible luck. You can let me know in the comment section below. But if I could convert this to infantry for Arch, that could be a really big deal. And I think that'll actually open up a lot of possibilities for a lot of players. It may also make it so you could get your guaranteed item faster if you're converting to a different formation. So I'm super excited about that. I think that could be a really, really big deal. I think that's a great quality of life change. Next one. Constant KVKing is stressing me out. Yeah, you and me both, buddy. It's hard to build up the required resources in the off-season. KVK is a core aspect of the game, but we want it to be fun for our players, not a source of undue stress. Yeah, well, I hear you. In a future update, we plan on adding a partial refund of healing resources. Hallelujah! At the end of each KVK, you'll be refunded a percentage of the resources you spent on healing units during this KVK. We hope this mechanic makes KVKs less costly and makes it easier to prepare for the next one. And you hope it means that people are going to stop buying resources. I think this is a good change. In fact, I also just made a separate one, or a separate request for you to be actually able to go in here and at the end of KVK, them to just take all the resources from the Alliance Merit Shop and just distribute them to the different players. This works too, refunding healing. I'm not complaining about that. I think that's a great idea. I think it also makes it a lot more easy to go from one KVK to another because you don't have to go through and gather for hours and days in between. So I think that's a huge change. Next is they're going to be shortening KVKs a little bit. I think that that's more about like that past 6 timeline, like past 5 to past 6. There's a lot of just dead time there where nothing happens. I wonder if they're going to fix this. Hopefully when they do, they also fix Kerouac as a consequence. And this last one is a pretty big deal too. In the current matchmaking algorithm, power is not the only factors that considered. So they're finally fixing KVK matchmaking. Maybe. What they're going to be doing is they're actually going to make it so they will no longer factor in troop power. Ooh, I don't know about that. It'll also optimize the way that players are determined to be active and how that should be factored into matchmaking. So hopefully if people go to sleep and they put their accounts to sleep, this should stop counting for KVK, or there are ways that we can take advantage of this. They are adding the vacation permits, which we've spoken about before, so that's a good thing as well. That said, this makes me nervous because they're fixing KVK matchmaking. But if I'm fighting Mimi, they have hundreds of millions of power that are just troop power. And if you're just factoring in kill points or deads, then you're ending up in a weird situation where a 65 or 75 million player who's got an old account who's been fighting a lot may end up getting matched against someone with 150 million power and a lot of troops. Hopefully they don't do something like that. It does make me nervous. This part of the update, we'll see. This next one is a big deal. They are lowering the threshold for Imperium KVK in the process by changing immigration rules. I don't think that's actually going to solve the problem, but we'll see how that goes. I really think they need to bring us back to the stage of like 4 Kingdom Imperiums and have a absolute threshold for Imperium. That would be cool, but we'll see how that goes. Q9, and this one is a big one, and I know it'll help a lot of you guys who are stuck in terrible kingdoms and you want to get out. Will there be more ways to acquire passport pages in the future? Even though you can theoretically buy them in the Alliance shop, most alliances aren't willing to spend their Alliance credits to restock them, or they want to trap you in the kingdom and not let you go. In the future, passport pages in the Alliance shop will automatically restock every week, which should make it easier for players to acquire them. Finally, thank you to the Lilith developers. This is huge. Next one is they're going to be changing some of the controls to optimize them for mobile. We'll see how this goes. I'm a little nervous about this. When you're using your phone, you only have a limited number of things you can do at once. So, we'll see. And generally, they are trying to figure out quality of life improvements. So if you guys have some, let me know in the comment section below. If you have a Discord suggestion that you've already submitted, let's all vote on it. Let's help each other out. I think there are a lot of quality of life improvements that they can implement. I think it's just a matter of what's the best way to do it. So that's what's coming in this major upcoming update. I'm super excited. I think these are good changes for the most part. I don't know about that KVK matchmaking, but let me know what you guys think in the comment section below and if you're as excited as I am. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Do hit that subscribe button right over there, bottom right hand corner. Drop on the like on the video. It helps me out a lot, and it helps make sure other people see this video as well. Thank you all. Chappy out.